Hello everyone and welcome to a special mini episode of the 3 by the Sea Designs podcast. My name is Kim and I'm part of the 3 by the Sea Designs team. And normally this podcast is about our shop and about things that we're working on, and I show you whips and finished objects. But today is just going to be a shorter video that is focused on the new cowl pattern that is releasing tomorrow. Today is Friday, February 24th, and tomorrow on Saturday, the new Memories of Paris cowl will be released along with some kits that we've put together. And we are also bringing some fun previous colorways back to the shop. I'll explain all of it to you in detail. I'll show you the cowl pattern. I'm very excited about this pattern release, and I hope that you all are as well. If this is your first time watching one of our episodes, welcome and thanks for checking it out. I encourage you to go back and look at our previous episodes that are like full podcast episodes, because that will give you more of an idea of what this channel is like, and it will show you some of the things that we have in our shop. It's a lot of fun doing this podcast, so if you want to see some of the previous episodes, I encourage you to do that. So this is the new Memories of Paris cowl that will be released tomorrow. We'll have it available for sale in our Etsy shop. This pattern was inspired by the brand new colorway that we came out with in February called Memories of Paris. So I used that colorway to design the cowl, as well as a skein of our weathered wood colorway on Mohair. I used our Memories of Paris colorway. This is currently sold out, but we are bringing it back this weekend. I'll talk more about that in a moment. And I also used our weathered wood colorway on Mohair. So let's talk about the cowl. The cowl is designed in sections. So there's 6 different sections. It's knit in the round, and you use a US 4 needle, which is a 3.5 millimeter. Technically, this is the top of the cowl, and this is the bottom, but you can reverse them. There are no increases or decreases throughout the pattern, so it's the same size throughout. So one side's not going to be larger than the other. So if you wanted to wear it wear this at the top, you could. But I designed this to be the top because of the folded neck cuff, is what I'm calling it, where you knit for so long and then you fold it over and you pick up stitches and it creates this folded cuff. And there's very good instructions in the pattern. There's also a video tutorial that I linked that I found on YouTube. So it's extremely helpful to watch the video tutorial. And there's several of them on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on so you can see what it looks like on. So this is the cowl on my neck. And see, this is why I made this section the top, because it has the folded neckline, the folded cuff, I guess you could call it, just makes the neck so cozy and soft. It makes it feel so cozy and soft around your neck. And if you didn't want the mohair to be directly on your neck, it's like up close to your face, that's why I left the mohair out at the top. I love mohair. I think it adds such warmth without being too heavy, but some people don't like it directly on their neckline. So this is what it looks like on. It's very shruggy and it hugs your neck really well, but you also get the length of it where you can see each section and see the patterning. This will be great with a jacket over it, where it will just shrug up even more around your neck. And I love the colors that I used for this one because it's such a nice, soft color. It's very neutral. You could wear it with almost anything. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off because I don't want it to get messed up. I don't want to get my makeup or anything on the sample. Okay, so what else can I say about the pattern? Each section is fun because they're all different. No two sections are the same. So it keeps you interested. Some of the sections you do hold the mohair double with the main color, and then some are just the main color by themselves. You don't have to switch needle sizes or anything with this. But it adds a great texture to have the mohair throughout, and color changes as well. So I tried to have some fun new techniques, new stitches that you may or may not have done before in the past. Each section is named for something to do with France or Paris, that each pattern kind of reminded me of. And then there at the bottom is this beautiful lace work. It's a ribbing, but it is lace work ribbing. Now, if you hate mohair, but you love like a Surrey alpaca lace weight yarn, you could substitute that for instead of the mohair. You would not have to use mohair. You don't even have to actually add anything to the pattern as far as a lace weight. If you wanted it to be all one color, you could just hold your main color and it wouldn't affect the pattern whatsoever as far as actually making the pattern. It would affect how it looks because you wouldn't have these colored sections here, the contrast, and you wouldn't have the fluffiness of the mohair. But if you are, some people are allergic to those types of fibers, or you just don't like how they feel on your skin, so you could leave it out completely and just hold your main color all the way throughout. Someone asked me if you could knit this in a DK weight. I think you could. I think it would obviously change the sizing of it, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to try it. It would just be, a little bit bigger, or maybe even a lot bigger. I don't know. I think that it would be interesting to try it in DK. Some people don't like a cowl to hug their neck closely. They want it to be more loose and drapey. So using a DK weight might eliminate that problem if you do not like the shrugginess of a cowl. The cowl does take almost an entire 100-gram skein of fingering weight yarn. So make sure that you have at least, I would say, 100 grams, which would be about anywhere from 400 to 460 yards of yarn. Since it's not, the mohair is not held throughout the whole pattern, you don't need as much of it. You need about 20 grams of the mohair. I did make a second cowl in different colors, and I talked about this a lot on the last episode, but I used our Shiny Bright mohair held with our Sugar Plum tonal, and I just finished it a couple days ago. You can see I haven't even woven in the ends yet. I haven't even blocked this yet either, so you can see how it is blocked versus unblocked because the other cowl is blocked already. But I just love how you can see it makes it look completely different when you use a tonal for your main color in a variegated color for the Mohair. These are the two that I used. This is Sugar Plum and this is Shiny Bright. And this is one of the kits that we will have available starting tomorrow. I just wanted to show you what this one looks like on as well. Purple is my favorite color, so I will probably keep this one for myself, but it's funny because I've actually already started a third cowl and I'll show you that in just a little while. But so I'm thinking everyone in my family might be getting these cowls for Christmas because I'm just gonna keep making them. It's that addicting. But this one might have to be mine because purple is my favorite color. And I just love it. So let's talk about the kits. We're going to have 3 kits available for this. Now these are a pre-order. They will not ship out right away because we do not have these in stock. But we're gonna leave the pre-order open for a week to 2 weeks, and then we will go ahead and get everything ordered, dyed, and then shipped out to you. So it's going to be a few weeks before you will actually get these. But that was the only way we were able to do it this way because we are in the middle of getting ready for our spring collection update in March. So the timing of everything, we weren't able to dye a bunch of things in advance. But we will not have these kits available after the pre-order is over. So if you want one, I would go ahead and secure yours with a pre-order purchase. So the first kit will be the Memories of Paris colorway with the weathered wood on Mohair. The second kit will be the Sugar Plum colorway with our Shiny Bright on Mohair. And the third colorway will be our super popular, everyone loves this color, the She Sells Seashells colorway with the orange is the Starfish on Mohair, our Starfish colorway. This is a very beautiful sort of muted corally color that looks just like a starfish. We've never had this on Mohair before. So we think that will be a lot of fun to have this available. So those are the 3 kits. And the kits will not come with the pattern. So when you go onto our Etsy shop and you put one of the kits in your cart, also make sure you put the pattern in your cart as well. The pattern will come as a PDF, like digital download that you can download from the Etsy website once you've purchased it. But you can purchase them at the same time, but just know that the kits do not come with the pattern. There was no way to work that out on Etsy. The last thing I wanted to show you in regards to the cowl is like I was saying, I cast on a third Memories of Paris cowl. Now I've been wanting to use one of our colorways called Mulled Wine. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet in a project. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is our Mulled Wine colorway. It has beautiful browns and reds, and it's tonal without being tonal, if that makes any sense, because it does have the different colors in it, but the overall look of it is more like a tonal. But because there's those subtle color changes in here, I wanted to see what it would look like in the Memories of Paris cowl. So I made a little swatch first, just to make sure that it would be something that I would want to use. I did not block this yet, so it's kind of hard to show up, but this is the swatch of Mulled Wine, and you can see there's those variations in it with the reds and the browns. It's very cranberry-ish and sort of wine looking, but it does have those slight variations with the browns and the tans. So that's the swatch, and this is what it looks like caked up. It's such a beautiful color. I feel like it's not getting credit where credit is due with this colorway. This would make an absolute beautiful cardigan, I think, with these colors. So that may be something that I have to make with this. But for now, I'm going to make the Members of Paris cowl, and Becky had a great idea to use our chrysanthemum colorway on the mohair to hold with it. It will give it a very muted look in those sections and bring some of those purpley red colors out that's in the chrysanthemum. So I'm so excited to see what these two look like together. I did start the cowl, but I have not gotten to any of the mohair sections yet, but I wanted to show you. So this is just the start of this one. I'm on the very first section still, but you can see, look how beautiful it's coming out. It's very hard to tell right now because it's the beginning, but I'm so excited to see how this works up, as well as to see what it looks like with the chrysanthemum on mohair. Now, we are not gonna have this one as a kit, but there are some of these available in the shop on our Sanibel base, which is the fingering weight base that you use with the pattern. And I think we have a couple more of these as well in the shop. So if you wanted to sort of make your own kit with these, you could. Let me pull that down a little bit. And these are not a pre-order. These are in stock, available in our shop right now. So I hope you are all excited about the new cowl pattern coming out. I can't wait to see who or what you guys create with it and what yarns you use and all of the different colors that are, I feel like the possibilities are so great with this pattern because it uses the two different colors. So I'm so excited about that. The pattern will have a 20% discount for the first week. You do not need a coupon code or anything. It will be automatically discounted in our Etsy shop. So definitely take advantage of that and get your 20% off for the first week of the release. Now, we are also bringing some pre-order colorways to the shop. They don't have anything to do with the cowl. We thought, since we're doing pre-orders for the kits, let's bring back some of our previous colorways that have sold out. And honestly, we just haven't had time to put them back in the shop to restock everything. So we thought, since we're doing the pre-orders, let's do some pre-orders for some past favorite colorways. So I'm gonna put up on the screen the colorways that are coming back. I'll list them out and then I'll put up pictures of them on the screen, because there's a couple of things that I want to tell you about them. Some of these colorways we came out with in the very beginning, before we had all of our bases, all of our different bases. So there are some of these colorways that are going to be available on our MCN base, our Surrey alpaca base, and our mohair base, and DK as well, that we did not do in the past. So that's kind of fun and exciting because some of them were not available on those bases before. So our latest colorway, Memories of Paris, that will be back in the shop across all of our bases. The singles as well as the sock sets will be back. She Sells Seashells will also be back. This was the very first colorway that we ever came out with. It was very well loved last year. I think we released it a second time again. And so now it's going to be available across all of our bases, because before it was only available on our Sanibel base. We will have it as a sock set as well, and the starfish colorway that went with it, the tonal, that one will be available as well. One of the brand new colorways that is coming to the shop tomorrow is Lily Pond. This was our colorway, one-of-a-kind colorway that we came up with for our YouTube giveaway from the last episode. So everyone loved it so much, so we decided to bring it to the shop. So Lily Pond will be available, and it will be available as a single or a sock set across our bases. And we thought that Sugar Plum and Lagoon looked really pretty with it. Lagoon, there's a few of Lagoon in the shop if you wanted to grab that with it. Old Red Barn will also be back, as well as Weathered Wood, which goes very, very well with Old Red Barn. All Bundled Up was one of our fun speckled colorways, so we'll be bringing that back. And Shiny Bright. Shiny Bright was a colorway we came out with at Christmas time, but it is not Christmas or holiday specific. It's very bright and colorful, and you could use it any time of the year. So those are our variegated colors that are coming out. The tonals, I already talked about Weathered Wood and Starfish. And Sugar Plum will be coming back. And then we're gonna be bringing back Berry Kiss, because Berry Kiss goes really well with Memories of Paris. So Berry Kiss and Beach Hut will also be back in stock. Beach Hut is a great neutral. And again, a lot of these, especially the tonals, well, and the variegateds too, were not available across all of our bases before. Now they will be. Now, some of them, like for example, All Bundled Up is a speckled colorway. We're not gonna offer that one on Surrey and Mohair because the speckles just basically kind of get lost on those types of bases. So there will be some colorways that do not have all bases offered. We also will not have anything on our Stellina base because we do not have any of that. We're not planning on purchasing any of that for a little while from our supplier. We're also bringing back some fun mini sets. So our super popular Candy Hearts mini set will be back, as well as our All Bundled Up mini set and our Autumn Bouquet mini set. Now the cool thing about this is that we're gonna offer them on fingering weight as well as DK. So there'll be fingering weight mini sets as well as DK weight mini sets in all three of those colors. So quite a few things are coming back to the shop. Now remember that these are all a pre-order. Depending on how the pre-order sales are going, we may close them if we feel like we're at our limit. Once the pre-orders are closed, which will be anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, we will go ahead and get all of the yarn ordered, and then we will get everything dyed and sent out to you. So it's exciting. These colorways will not be back for a while, so I would go ahead and take advantage of it while you can. We couldn't bring back everything. There were some things that were requested that we were not able to bring back, mainly because of time constraints. So don't worry, those will be back later this year. Also, our mystery sock sets, the colorways that we do for our mystery sock sets, we like to keep those exclusive for at least that year. And then the following season, we will bring them back. So for example, if you ordered our Spooky Soiree Halloween mystery set last year, we probably won't be re-dyeing things like that until the following season of the next year. And it won't be like a mystery at that point because everybody knows what it looks like. So we'll just bring it to the shop like we would any other colorway. But we want to, for at least the first year, keep the mystery sock sets exclusive to who pre-orders them. One last thing I wanted to say about the colorways that we're bringing back. Since some of these colorways have not been dyed on some of our bases, we don't have pictures to put up on the listings to show you exactly what they would look like. And across different bases, colorways can look different. So we just wanted to put a disclaimer out there to you guys on Etsy, as well as I wanted to talk about it with you here, that for example, if you order Old Red Barn, we have Old Red Barn pictures on some of our bases, but not all of them. So just know that it might look slightly different than what you're seeing in the pictures. And I have an example here I wanted to show you. So this is Ivy on our Coquina base, which is an MCN blend. And this is Ivy on our Venice base, which is Mohair. So you can see that across bases, it's the exact same colorway, but across bases, the colorways look different. They're generally the same, but each base, each fiber takes the yarn differently. So this is just an example to you. Like if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, everything looks the same. But when you see it up close, there's some slight variations. So just so you know, if there's no picture of it, it will look very similar to the picture that's there. But because it's a different base and we haven't dyed it on that base yet, it may look slightly different. But we think overall everyone will be very happy with what we come up with. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you are all so excited about the new Memories of Paris cowl. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to reach out. You can comment here on the episode, or you can reach out to us on Etsy or Instagram. All of our contact information will be down below in the description box. So if you ever have any questions about anything, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all excited about the update tomorrow, and I will see you again next week for a regular podcast episode. Bye.